Hi everyone. I've recently started a new little journal using one of these half composition books, and I have been having so much fun with it. I wanted to share what I've been doing. I'm trying to use, my scraps and some of the stuff that I've got around here, and I thought one of these would be a perfect way to do that. And so I've only done a couple of pages, 3 actually. But I wanted to show you what I've done. And then I've got a little bit of a video to show you. I did capture some of the 3rd page that I made today. So this is what I'm doing, just using up some scraps, some little focal images, just you name it. I'm just using up stuff and sticking it to the page. Now, I don't know about you, but I think that's really fun. This back here in the back where these little plants are, this is a piece of a book page. It's an illustration. And I put that in as the background and then put a little gesso over the top to push it back a little bit, and then put these other things over the top. And I think that is so much fun. This circle back here is a piece of paper towel that I had blotted up some watercolor with one day when I was working or playing. And I found it in my box, and I was like, oh, that would be perfect to go with this little image. So it's just making me very happy to do this. This is some of my transparent washi tapes that I had made, my little doodle tapes. And this one was from a piece of tissue box, that purple piece there. This is just a little piece of paper that got paint all over when I was making something else, and that was the overflow. So I just have had the most fun in this little journal. And like I said, I've only done a few pages, but I'm having a blast. Okay, this is the next page that I did. And I used one piece of paper on the background that I had stamped off one of my homemade stamps. You guys have seen me use this little stamp. And I had stamped it off a bunch of times on this paper that I had just used up yellow paint on one day. And that's the entire background is that. And then I stuck some random stickers all over the top of those, what looks like plants in the background. And then I did some splatters and some stamping and put a little quote on it. And I mean, that's how simple that was. And yet look how it came together. I'm just thrilled with it. So I'm not going to show you the 3rd page yet. I'm going to first insert the little video here that shows some of how I created it. And then I'll show you the page finished. Okay, here's the page finished. I really, really love how this turned out. This was a piece of tissue paper that I had just been playing, just, making some little collage fodder pieces. And then I took a little wooden stamp. I have a wooden stamp with this little bird on it, and I put that on top of it in white. And I just loved how it looked on top of all that color. And so then I found this orangey colored background page that I had just used up paint on, just a piece of printer paper. So once I was done with what you guys saw me do, I did go back and tear off another little piece of that same paper and just tuck it down here at the bottom, because it felt like it needed like one more pink area. I had like pink here, and so I put pink here, kind of in the same way that I did the washi tape here, here, and here. So I splattered with some India ink in a magenta color, and then just doodled some little green plants over here to kind of help tie in a little bit of the green dots that I put on the bird there. Yeah, I'm just thrilled with it because it's just nothing but using up things that I already have here and using things that I don't use very often, like rub-ons. For instance, I've got those. I'm like, I need to be using this stuff. So use the washi tape, use the rub-ons, use some paint, and just having a blast. So I thought it would be fun to put a kit together so that if you guys would like to work in the same kind of little half composition book, you could purchase a kit from my Etsy store. So here's the kit. It's in a nice little plastic envelope, and it's got a Velcro or hook and loop closure. And I'm going to show you what comes in the kit. All right, first of all, there's a little tiny bottle of tacky glue, and those are always fun. I love using mine, and I keep refilling mine actually from my bigger bottle, because I love having the small bottle with a small hole. If you poke a hole in the end of this bottle, like with a pen, instead of cutting the top off, you'll get a small hole and you get the right amount of glue, coming out when you're trying to use it for delicate things. And that's why I love it so much. Plus, it's just handy. It's easy to squeeze. And if you've got issues with your hands like I do, you'll appreciate having that little bottle. But anyway, I'll look at that in a second. There's a couple of pieces of fabric in here from my stash. I love this one with the text on it. I think that is so fun. And it can be used in any way you want to use it, of course, in this, journal or in any other thing you want to create. And then this one is a leafy print, and I love that. Here's the composition book. Okay, half composition book. There's a little piece of original painted paper that I had created the other day. I took some brown shipping paper that was all crinkled up, and I started scraping paint on it and stamping on it, and I just had the most fun. There's some stenciling, and that dark paint is metallic, so there you go. You can see the shininess on that. I think that's fun. All right, and then there's a piece of book page with some illustration on it. This is old book page. I'm also including a sheet of some of my tiny tags and tickets that I've made. And these will be fun to cut out, and you can use them as they are, or you can glue them onto something sturdier if you want a sturdy tag or need a sturdy tag. All right, then I'm also including a bunch of my painted papers, jelly prints, and I'm doing two different sizes. This is a half size, half sheet of printer paper, and also two smaller sized ones. And I reduced it so the print is smaller on these than it is on this. So there's a whole bunch of these. Here's what it looks like when you've trimmed the edges off. You get this massive color. Okay, just so much fun. All right, so I thought that if you were interested in having some of my prints, these are already printed out for you. They're laser printed, so they're not gonna bleed or anything if you get them wet, or if you put, Mod Podge or something on top of them, they won't bleed. And then, so there's one of that size, and then of course there's two of the smaller size. So you get, just a ton of fun little things to tear up and glue down. So the last thing I'm going to show you, I'm just going to give you a sneak of it. I'm not even going to show you everything that's in it because it's going to be like a little mystery pack. So there's some little papers inside, little tiny papers, 3 by 3, I think. And then there's some other little fun embellishments, and that's all I'm going to show you. And so you can get that and have a little surprise, not knowing exactly what all is included in that little embellishment bag, okay? So this kit is available now in my Etsy store, and if you're interested, head over there. There will be a link in this video in the description box, and at the end of the video you should see a little orange box that says Cat's Etsy Shop. So you can just click on that and it will take you directly to my Etsy store. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this, and we will see you again soon in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.